The Hachansas Lecheder ceremony, its source and significance. So it's customary amongst Chassidim and other Yidden around the world that upon their son entering into Cheder, entering into a Talmud Torah to study Torah, in the beginning of his young life, a ceremony is followed with various customs which inducts the child into his Torah learning. What is the source behind these minhagim, behind these customs that are followed, the ceremony, and what is its significance? So interestingly, while an upsherenish, the cutting of the hair of a child at age 3, otherwise known as a chalake, is very well known and widespread amongst all sects of Jewry and communities, in truth, its source is scarce at best and is not explicitly discussed in any of the Rishonim and vast majority of the Achronim. However, the ceremony for Hachansas Lecheder, which today is much less popular amongst Jewry than is the upsherenish, is sourced in many Rishonim, discussed in great length and in great detail of how it is to be done, as well as its significance and importance. The Hachansas Lecheder ceremony can first be found in the Ashkenazi Rishonim of Machzor Vitri, a student of Rashi written in the late 1100s, printed in 1208. So it's also recorded in the Sefer of the Rekeach, the Ravaya, the Orchos Chaim, the Kolbei, in the 1400s, and was later recorded in some of the Achronim, such as the Chayk Yankiv, the Eliyah Rabbah, and Migdal Oz of the Yavitz, of Yaakov Emden, in detail. As the Kolbei writes, the custom dates back even prior to the Rishonim, when it was a custom by the elders of Jerusalem. For whatever reason, we don't know why, the custom became nearly extinct as the generations went on, as the Shach in Shulchanaruch testifies, and as recorded in the Rekeach. However, in recent generations, with the rise of the Hasidic movement, it once again returned to practice and is followed today by Hasidim world over. As the Poskim record, those communities accustomed to do so may not swerve from this minhag. What is the significance of the custom? So the Rishonim, beginning with the Machzor Vitri and others, record that the start of a child's Torah education is similar to the Jewish people's entrance to the covenant at Har Sinai, and hence we view as if the child is right now standing on Har Sinai and about to enter the covenant with God of keeping and guarding his Torah. In other words, Matan Torah is not considered only a past event, but actually reoccurs every single lifetime when the child is first entered into Torah learning. Due to this, the Rishonim record various customs that correspond to occurrences or customs that took place by Har Sinai, when we first received the Torah. Machzor Vitri also records that it's similar to bringing a carbon to Hashem, as Hashem considers this day as if one is being makriv, one is offering his child to Hashem as a carbon, spiritually. Rav Yaakov Emden, in his Sefer Migdal Oz, lengthens on the discussion of the fact that this ceremony is done to ensure the purity of the child, penetrate him with love of Hashem, love of the Torah, and lead him to become a God-fearing Jew who is educated in Torah knowledge in a proper manner. The Yavitz stated, based on this, that it's not a pella, it's not a wonderment that we see in these generations. In his time, he was talking, that many people go into Talmud Torah, but very few come out as proper God-fearing Jews who learn Torah Lishma for the sake of serving God, for the sake of heaven, and not for ulterior motives. Previous times when these customs were kept, they ensured a purity and love within the child for the Torah, and therefore they came out as God-fearing Torah learners who learned Torah Lishma and reached levels close to prophecy. The Yavitz thus says that it is most proper for people to once again reinstate this custom.
Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com. Our free services of making Torah knowledge available to the public depends on donors like you. Please help us continue our work through making even a small contribution at www.Shulchanaruchharav.com under the Daily Halacha Dedication section or in the subscription page. Also, check out our online courses and many sefarim available for purchase that will both enhance your Torah knowledge and help support our work.